Tupac. Before becoming famous, Tupac grew up in a family deeply involved with the Black Panther Party. His stepfather, mother, godfather, and even his aunt served time in prison. His aunt later dramatically escaped and fled to Cuba. Before achieving fame, Tupac studied acting, poetry, jazz, and ballet at the Baltimore School for the Arts. He experienced prison before his birth. His mother was incarcerated while pregnant, facing more than 150 charges against the U.S. government.
If I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here, because God has cursed me to see what life should be like.
Born Lizaine Parrish Crooks, his mother renamed him Tupac Amaru Shakur a year later, after an 18th century revolutionary from Peru. He took the surname Shakur from his stepfather after his biological father abandoned the family, leaving his mother with an infant. Born in Harlem, one of New York's most dangerous neighborhoods, his family's ongoing legal troubles forced frequent relocations. By elementary school, Tupac had already moved 18 times. His stepfather, Mutulu Shakur, was far from an exemplary figure, spending over 4 years on the FBI's most wanted list, before being sentenced to 60 years in prison for involvement in a deadly armed robbery when Tupac was only 15. During his childhood, Mutulu often read Tupac stories about civil rights activists and managed several rehabilitation centers. Tupac's early life was further disrupted when his aunt was involved in a shootout, escaped prison, and miraculously ended up in Cuba, allegedly assisted by Mutulu. Eventually, Mutulu went into hiding, abandoning Afeni, Tupac, and his sister without support. Afeni had limited funds, enough only to rent a small room in Harlem, a neighborhood plagued by poverty, drugs, murder, and prostitution. In this harsh environment, education and ambition were disregarded, making it challenging to escape the relentless cycle of violence and despair. Remarkably, it was in this oppressive setting that hip-hop culture began to emerge. The 1977 New York blackout led to extensive looting, with Harlem residents acquiring musical equipment, such as drum machines and tape recorders. Local youth began creating entirely new music styles, soon developing rhythmic chants and rap battles as alternatives to physical conflicts. At just 7 years old, Tupac witnessed these fierce lyrical confrontations firsthand, events that would deeply influence his future. Due to financial hardship, Tupac and his sister began attending a local theater studio, primarily for the free meals provided. Initially hesitant, Tupac discovered his passion for the stage, thriving during rehearsals and performances. However, this joy was short-lived. Afeni sank deeper into depression and drug abuse following Mutulu's arrest, nearly pushing the family into homelessness. Desperate for help, Afeni contacted her sister in Baltimore, who refused financial aid due to Afeni's addiction. Ultimately, Mutulu's relatives offered temporary shelter in Baltimore, leading to another relocation. In Baltimore, Tupac faced intense bullying due to his impoverished appearance, starkly contrasting his peers. Despite the challenges, he briefly returned to theater, but left due to the lack of free meals, resorting to spending days at movie theaters with his sister, surviving on leftover popcorn. A chance meeting with a theater instructor encouraged Tupac to rejoin acting classes, offering to help him enroll in the prestigious Baltimore School for the Arts, which provided free meals and allowed him to further develop his artistic talents.
So to you other kids all across the land, there's no need to argue, parents just don't understand.
Tupac also began working as a DJ under the name MC New York, slowly building a local reputation. At 17, Tupac's family moved to Marin City, near San Francisco, where he became involved in local criminal activities, including drug dealing to survive. His life transformed dramatically upon meeting Layla Steinberg, a poet and educator who recognized his immense talent. Steinberg offered Tupac shelter, guidance, and encouragement, playing a crucial role in developing his artistic voice. She later recalled, "I fell in love with him at first sight, not sexually but spiritually. I could be with him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week all the time, and it was like that for several years. We talked non-stop. It was an incredible closeness." In 1990, Tupac joined the hip-hop group Digital Underground, marking his initial breakthrough. The group's hit single Same Song, featured in the film Nothing But Trouble, gained Tupac national attention.
Same old song.
Shortly thereafter, his debut album Tupacalypse Now, addressed police brutality, poverty, and gang violence, quickly earning critical acclaim. The album went gold, then platinum, marking the start of Tupac's rise to legendary status. Tupac's early life, filled with extraordinary hardship and resilience, significantly shaped his revolutionary voice, laying the groundwork for his enduring legacy.
Tupac was the first rapper to me that could make you cry. He was like 1 year older than me. You know, he was only 25 years old. And we were just like, what the f?
Eminem. Before becoming famous, he had already experienced a coma, read rap daily at his job in a family restaurant, and even quit rap altogether due to poverty. This is the story of Marshall Bruce Mathers before he became famous, better known as Eminem. Marshall was born on October 17, 1972, in Kansas City, Missouri, into a troubled family. His parents were performers touring bars across various states, but his father left when Eminem was less than a year old. His childhood was spent moving constantly between Missouri and Michigan, making it impossible to form lasting friendships or attend school consistently. His only friend was his uncle Ronnie, who introduced him to hip-hop. Eminem recalls the first rap record he ever heard was Rhyme Pays by Ice-T, a gift from Ronnie in 1987, sparking his dream of becoming a rapper. When Marshall was 12, his mother finally settled in a predominantly African-American neighborhood in Detroit. As one of the few white residents, Marshall frequently faced violence and bullying. He recalls an incident where 3 men attacked him on the street, threatening him with a gun, and another violent bullying episode at school left him hospitalized in a coma for several days. After regaining consciousness, he had to relearn basic skills like walking and talking. His mother later filed a lawsuit against the school for failing to protect him, but the case was dismissed. Marshall openly accused his mother of instability and drug abuse in his later songs, reflecting their troubled relationship. Despite the hostility, Eminem found refuge at Detroit's hip-hop shop on 7 Mile, regularly participating in local rap battles, adopting the nickname Eminem based on his initials. Initially ridiculed for his race, his undeniable talent and artistic flair eventually earned him respect in Detroit's hip-hop community. After dropping out of high school following repeated academic struggles, Eminem worked various odd jobs to support himself. While working as a cook in a family restaurant, he constantly rapped lyrics incorporating items from the menu, irritating his employer who repeatedly asked him to keep it down. Around this time, Eminem met Kimberly Scott, who would become his wife and mother of his daughter Haley. Their early life together was challenging, marked by poverty and frequent burglaries. Tragedy struck Eminem deeply when his beloved Uncle Ronnie committed suicide, plunging him into deep despair.
Remember when Ronnie died and you said you wished it was me? Well, guess what? I am dead. Dead to you as can be.
In desperation, Eminem recorded the album Infinite, which failed commercially. Broke and nearly homeless, he saw his last chance in the 1997 Rap Olympics competition in Los Angeles, where he placed second. However, despite his impressive performance, he returned home devastated after losing. But fate intervened when legendary producer Dr. Dre discovered Eminem's demo tape, impressed by his exceptional lyrical skill. This pivotal moment led to the creation of the Slim Shady LP, catapulting Eminem to global fame.
Hi, my name is. My name is. What? My name is. Slim Shady.
His brutally honest and controversial style captivated audiences worldwide, marking the beginning of his transformation into a hip-hop legend.
You could put either one, you could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he'll eat that alive. Right now, if you had them prepare themselves in whatever way they would have to prepare themselves to come to battle, and I bet what I have, everything I have, that meatloaf.
50 Cent. Before 50 Cent became a global icon, he survived being shot 9 times, grew up without a father, and began dealing drugs as young as 12 years old. Curtis James Jackson III, known worldwide as 50 Cent, was born on July 6, 1975, in South Jamaica, Queens. His mother Sabrina was just 15 years old at his birth. Tragically, Sabrina died under mysterious circumstances when Curtis was only 8. She was found days after someone drugged her drink, sealed the windows, turned on the gas, and left her to die. Curtis vividly recalled his grandmother's heartbreaking words, "Your mother isn't coming home. She's not coming back to take you. You have to stay with us now." Curtis was raised by his grandparents in a household crowded with 8 uncles and aunts. shaping his tough resilience and street smarts. His childhood friend and cousin Michael Francis, nicknamed 25 Cent, later pursued rap under the name 25. By age 11, Curtis found an escape through boxing, training diligently in a local gym opened by a neighbor. Reflecting later, he said, "When I wasn't killing time at school, I was boxing in the gym or selling crack on the streets." By age 15, he'd bought his first gun, and by 19, he was running a lucrative drug operation, reportedly earning up to $150,000 a month. His teenage years were marred by crime and survival, rapidly transforming him from a child into a seasoned hustler. On July 29, 1994, Jackson faced serious legal trouble after assisting in a cocaine sale to an undercover officer. Just 3 weeks later, police raided his home, finding heroin, crack, and a firearm. Initially sentenced to 3 years, he served only 6 months in a correctional boot camp, where he earned his GED. Seeking a fresh start, he adopted the name 50 Cent, inspired by the infamous Brooklyn gangster Kelvin Martin from the 1980s. He explained that the name embodied his determination to survive and succeed at all costs. Jackson's music breakthrough came with his provocative underground single How to Rob, a satirical take on robbing famous artists, written quickly during a car ride.
Criminal activity. People enjoy the action.
It grabbed attention from heavyweight rappers like Jay-Z, Big Pun, DMX, and Nas, who even invited him on a promotional tour for his album Nostradamus. However, just 2 days before shooting the video for his anticipated single Thug Love with Destiny's Child, his career nearly ended abruptly. On April 24, 2000, while sitting in a car near his grandmother's home, Curtis was shot 9 times, sustaining wounds to his hand, thigh, both legs, chest, and left cheek. The shot to his cheek damaged his tongue, knocked out teeth, and nearly took his voice. He spent 13 harrowing days in the hospital, later recalling the moment. "It happened so fast. I didn't stand a chance. I thought, oh shit, someone shot me in the face. It was burning." In his memoir, From Pieces to Weight, 50 Cent wrote, "After being shot 9 times at close range and surviving, I started contemplating my purpose in life. Just a few centimeters higher and I would have been dead." His resilience soon paid off. In 2002, his mixtape Guess Who's Back impressed Eminem, who introduced Jackson to legendary producer Dr. Dre. This connection led to a $1 million record deal. The mixtape No Mercy, No Fear featured the hit track Wanksta, prominently included in Eminem's film 8 Mile. In February 2003, 50 Cent released his groundbreaking debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin'. The album instantly soared to #1 on the Billboard 200, selling an astounding 872,000 copies in just 4 days. Its lead single, Into Club, broke radio play records, becoming the most played song in radio history at the time, cementing his place in music history. From street struggles and near-death experiences to international stardom, 50 Cent's story is an inspiring saga of survival, determination, and raw talent, defining him as one of hip-hop's most authentic legends.